I'm Dave Shafer. I'm the STEM teacher at Skiles Test Elementary in Lawrence Township. We are a STEM certified school, so I teach kids in grades 1 through 6. So after listening to all the presentations this morning, it's like, what's the big takeaway for me as a teacher? And I think about, I'm kind of maybe the ground floor, because change is going to happen with our kids. They're going to make lifestyle changes. They're going to influence their parents even, and they're going to start to grow up and start to hopefully live a healthier life. So we have a teaching garden that was gifted to us by the American Heart Association and was paid for by Roche Diagnostics. And we were really blessed to have that. I'm just going to have these slides kind of playing behind me as I'm talking. It'll be probably more interesting to see what our school is about and what we've done. We started from scratch, nothing. What was going on with this piece of land. And we had our standard nutritional program through our cafeteria. So not a lot, just normal school food, right? Where we have now transformed into a school that actually has fresh fruits and vegetables that go into it at least months of the year, if not all year. People support what they help create. So this was a program that when we were gifted this awesome project, the kids did it all. I gave the third graders the chance to design the garden and to get it going. So if you think about how do we pair that with STEM education, well, STEM is science, technology, engineering, and math. Or if it's in my class, it's science, technology, engineering, and mistakes, because we make a lot of mistakes, and that's how you learn. And that's okay. So this garden that you're seeing varying pictures of, we have really even a STEAM model because we do science, technology, engineering, arts, visual arts, and then math as well. But we have taken the initial 10 raised beds that were given to us. The first and second graders actually built it. They built the beds themselves. And we've had all kinds of community partners since then. We are keeping it up as a beautiful club school. They've given us mulch and soil and all kinds of volunteers coming in. We have a partnership with L&M Gardens. They give us our plants every single year. So our garden costs the school system $0. That's pretty amazing. Now, it had to start somewhere, so American Heart Association and Roche was very generous in getting us started with that, but we've had all kinds of different partnerships, and there's lots of things I could talk about, but I guess the one thing that I want to talk about is just the change in attitude with our kids. So we are a school that is high poverty. Now, maybe you don't think of Lawrence Township as that, but we are 75% free and reduced lunch, which means we have a high percent of kids that are coming from places that they don't have fresh food. And if you think about our society, the stuff that's cheap is the stuff that's not good for you, right? The dollar menu and that kind of thing. So how do you get kids to where their life has been burgers and pizza to wanting to eat healthy? And the way that you do that is that you get their hands in the dirt. So they're the ones that prepare everything. We do our own composting and soil mixing, so they do all of that. They put the plants and the seeds in the ground. They nurture them. They weed them. They water them. They take care of them. They harvest them. We keep track of the food that we grow because we want to find out how much food we're growing. And we are in smack dab in the middle of a neighborhood, so we deem ourselves a community garden because we want the people in the neighborhood to be able to pick fruits and vegetables from our garden anytime. The only thing that we ask is that they give us, they record on a board that we have by our garden how many pounds they're taking so we can kind of keep track of how much food we're producing. So the first growing season was 2014. We produced about 500 pounds of food. The next year we produced 750 pounds. Last year, so 2016, we produced over 1,000 pounds. Then our construction happened at our school. We are undergoing a renovation, and guess what? The gym that needed to be rebuilt was going to go basically where our garden is. So our garden has been removed temporarily. This has been something that's been kind of a heartache for me because how do we have this great momentum with all of this great stuff with the cafeteria manager using our fruits and vegetables in the cafeteria and using them on a daily basis, where you have kids that are actually asking as they're going down the food line, what did we grow? And we have broccoli and cherry tomatoes and all the things that you can think of, and a lot of pictures that you've seen. But we've had an amazing response where kids want to eat the stuff that they're growing. They've been a part of it from the beginning. So even with our garden gone for this past season, we still have 36 fruit and nut trees on our property that the kids again planted. 14 of those are apple trees. We produced over 100 pounds of apples. We actually shared them with Crestview Elementary down the street because we had so many apples come in at one time, and they were making fruit salad because we don't spray or use any kind of chemicals. And the reason we don't do that is because that would give us a big problem with hoops to jump through to be able to serve fresh stuff from our own property. But so they were able to cut that up and make fruit salad. So we still have that legacy of a garden, even though we're in this holding pattern while construction is being completed. Now, we've competed in the state fair, and we've won over 75 ribbons in the past 3 growing seasons, including first place for our red and green apples this past year, with the ones that we still had. Now, the garden didn't completely go away. Neil Gore is there. There's where our garden was being taken apart. We actually gave our original 10 raised beds to Harrison Hill Elementary in Lawrence Township, and all the other tractor tires and things that you saw were given away to community garden in Fishers, and then also Hamilton Southeastern Schools. So we've done a good job of making sure that our legacy moves on, even though we've lost our garden temporarily. I'm really, really proud of our kids and the work ethic that they have. We would welcome you and the community to partner with us with helping us on work days on our school property and in our garden, and coming to see how great Lawrence Township kids are. So, thank you.